The boy Puffy called me though. Puffy called me back in the day. And over time, things happened. Pac started seeing things. And, Biggie was on Puffy's label. So,
We've unraveled a shocking revelation about a deal that could have changed the course of hip-hop history forever. Imagine a world where Shakur and Biggie were label mates at the towering Bad Boy Records. Yes, you read that right. Before the drama, the tension, and the ultimate tragedy that led Shakur to Death Row Records, he had his sights set on joining forces with D's Bad Boy.
when considering going to Bad Boy before his relationship with Death Row.
Now, one can't help but wonder, is Diddy's fury over Tupac's departure the driving force behind the rapper's untimely end? We've got the juicy details. Frames Shakur, Tupac's brother, revealed in an interview with The Art of Dialogue that there was a time when both hip-hop icons were in sin, echoing "we were cool with them" at one point. Taking us deeper into the narrative, he added Tupac had a strong inclination towards black-owned labels. His drive to support and uplift the community was evident, yet as Steiny would have it, waters muddied between Shakur and Biggie, largely due to Biggie being under Diddy's wing.
He could have been trying to cover his or he could have been sincere.
Intertwining with this saga is Tupac's bond with Big Stretch, previously part of Thug Life. This friendship took a hit when Stretch decided to tour with Biggie after being by Tupac's side during his 1994 shooting ordeal. The loyalty was either with Tupac or now Hair Mo. Emphasized, shedding light on the divisive rift between the two. Enter the enigmatic Suge K in Night, providing Shakur a ticket out of prison in a spot at death row. Tales swirled about a hastily written contact on a napkin or toilet paper. Hot Weaver David S. Ash, a longtime friend of Shakur and an eyewitness to this pivotal deal, put the rumors to rest, confirming it was on a legal pad. The deal was inked right in front of me, with Tupac laying down his terms: a car, $1 million and a house for his mom. As the gripping tale unfolds, we see a clear picture of the myriad relationships and tensions shaping the golden age of hip-hop. While we're still piecing together the puzzle of Shakur's fate, one thing is certain: the shadow of suspicion erodes, and Diddy's involvement grows ever larger, diving deeper into the intricate maze of alliances and betrayals in hip-hop's golden era. The once revered bond between Biggie and Shakur, two giants of the genre, stands out. The notion of Biggie seeking Shakur counsel might sound alien to some, but the whispers of their behind-the-scenes camaraderie were undeniable.
Pac is a strong dude, yo. I know dude, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's real strong. So when they was like, he got shot, I was just more like, again?
Moving the hands of time to that fateful night of November 31, 1994, in the heart of Times Square's Quad Recording Studios, the grim symphony of gunshots redefined alliances with Biggie and Diddy just floors above. Tupac's feeling of betrayal was palpable. Shakur recalled faces that wry of guilt, while Puffy maintained they expressed only concern. Yet was this episode just a random act of violence, or the orchestration of a puppet master deepening the fissure, fast-tracking to Tupac's allegiance with Death Row Records? We see an intensification of the rivalry. This wasn't merely an artist shift, it was a direct challenge to Comm's empire. The animosity peaked when Suge Knight brazenly took a jab at the 1995 Source Awards, marking clear demarcations of this battle. It had transcended beyond music, delving into realms of dominance and clout.
I won't have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the records, dancing, come to Death Row.
Biggie's Who Shot? Yeah, only added fuel to the fire. Its release, whether intended or not, aggravated Shakur. His retaliatory track, Hit 'Em Up, fanned these claims further. And with rumors swirling about Tupac's alleged involvement with Biggie's wife, Faith Evans, it became evident that their brotherly bond was irreparably shattered. Yet amidst this maelstrom, Diddy's shadow looms large. Did business alone tie Biggie to Diddy, or did darker threads weave their narratives? Tupac's shift to a competing label not just posed a commercial threat, it imperiled Diddy's very standing in the rap domain. Biggie's statement, "We two individual people, we waged a coastal beef, one man against one man," made a whole West Coast hate a whole East Coast, serves as a chilling testament to how personal spats snowballed into a full Blown regional hostility after leaving our audience on tender hooks about the potential role of Diddy Combs in the tragic passing of Tupac Shakur. We have more revelations in store. The game of telephone. E continues, and who's on the receiving end? None other than Tupac's own brother Moper Shakur. Cares the Buzz Moper recalled in a chat with The Art of Dialogue an unexpected call from the hip-hop mogul himself. The boy Puffy called me, said Moper, and told me, I just want you to know I ain't have anything to do with your brother's demise. A startling claim indeed coming from Combs. Was this a move to clear the air or just another twist in the ever-complex tale? The timing of the call, according to Moper, was no coincidence. It came right after the Los Angeles Times dropped a bombshell, an article suggesting Diddy's involvement in Tupac's demise. It was in the early 2000s. SMPR remembered this explosive article would later be reacted in 2008, with the Times admitting some of the information might not stand up to scrutiny. The report glaringly left out Dewey Key Davis's name, which was a significant oversight given he was the man arrested in relation to Tupac's tragic. NPR's conversation with CMS was a moment of sincerity, or so it seemed.
I told him I appreciate the call, but the truth is yet to come out, so we gonna see.
And who could blame him? The hip-hop world was fraught with tension, and knowing who to trust was a challenge. September saw another turning point: Key D's arrest. This wasn't just another name in the fray. The allegations were heavy, with Clark County Chief Deputy District Attorney Mark Jinjo naming Keefe as on-ground on-site commander who ordered the demise of Tupac Shakur. But the story doesn't end there. Keefe's court appearance, slated for 2004, took an unexpected turn. His attorney went Maya, leading to a plea for more time to find counsel, a request the judge granted.
It has taken countless hours, really decades, of work by the men and women of our homicide section to get to where we are today.
When we factor in Moper's statements about Shakur's stunned support for Black-owned businesses, it seems Shakur's decision wasn't only about the best record deal or personal feuds, but a statement of empowerment and elevate Black entrepreneurship. And yet it's important to ask, was Tupac's pivot seen by Diddy as a slap in the face, a gesture that said, I don't need you, I found a better ally in Shug, and together we're going to redefine hip-hop, a sentiment that might have stung all the more considerate in the prior camaraderie between Shakur, Biggie, and by extension, Diddy. The dichotomy of the two big moguls, Sujidi and Diddy, is intriguing. Both powerhouses in their respective right, with one perceived as the rogue player and the other the savvy businessman. As Shakur transitioned from one camp to the other, Diddy could have felt cornered. The feeling of betrayal, real or imagined, was perhaps exacerbated by the monetary gains Chug and Death Row milked in the ongoing feud between Biggie and Shakur. Piecing together the narrative, it appears there was an intricate dance of power, money, and ego, from Tupac's departure from the idea of joining Bad Boy to the rising tensions culminating in tracks like Hit Him Up to the swirling rumors of entanglements of Faith Evans. Each episode in this saga added a layer to the animosity. The emerging theory posits, did he not only saw Tupac's shift to Death Row as a commercial threat, but as a personal affront, a challenge to his very identity in the hip-hop, real and up as a legend. Like I said, Tupac wasn't born, he was sent to us throughout world of 90s hip-hop, where territorial lines were being drawn, relationships tested, and legends forged. The stakes were high. The lingering question, however, remains, did he see Tupac's actions as a betrayal deserving of the ultimate price? The story is far from over, and as more layers peel back, we find ourselves yearning for truth in a world shrouded in beats, bravado, and bitter feuds. But what do the fans, the very lifeblood of hip-hop, think about these revelations? As we've discovered, there's no shortage of opinions on this seismic revelation. One fan remarked, I cannot even fathom Tupac signing with Bad Boy Records. That is like Magic Johnson signing with the Boston Celtics. Another poignant comment underscored Tupac characters, stating Tupac was very trusting and loyal, almost to a fault. If he aligned with you, he truly supported you, and he expected the same in return. I believe he genuinely felt betrayed by Biggie and Stretch, yet the general consensus among fans seems to gravitate toward Tupac's ultimate alignment with Death Row Records. Tupac being on Bad Boy? Absolutely not. It never would have happened. Tupac joining Death Row was exceptional. It was meant to be, releasing those albums and leaving that lasting Legacy is unparalleled. Reflecting on these comments, it's clear that while fans have varying opinions, there's a shared sense of admiration for Tupac's legacy. Many can't help speculate on what could have been if different decisions were made. However, there's a unanimous acknowledgement of the mark to back left, irrespective of label affiliations. With all the layers of complexity we have, do you think Diddy's pride was genuinely hurt when Tupac leaned towards death row? With the hip-hop landscape look drastically different today if Tupac had in fact signed with Bad Boy Records? We dying to know what you think. Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Until next time, keep the beats banging and the gossip flowing.